Okay, hi everybody. This is my screencast portion of my presentation. I wanted to utilize a couple of different applications that you guys, as teachers and industry people, will probably be interested in. Both of them for Apple products. Um, the first one is iShowU, which is what I'm using to record this screencast. It's a great program that allows you to capture what's on your screen and record it. The next one is really awesome, and I just discovered this at the end of the school year and wasn't able to really utilize it. This is the first time I've been able to play with it, and I'm really excited about it. It's called Reflection. You can see the icon down here in the corner. It shows your iPad display on your MacBook. So what this will allow me to do is eliminate the VGA cable connection that I have currently. When I want to display my iPad, I can just now show it through my MacBook, and I'll also be able to use the smartboard too. So really excited about it. Really excited to get to use it in class next year. I'm going to use it to show you my portion of this project. In order for this to be the flat classroom project and to make it work, we wanted to connect, as Katie said, the high school and middle school classrooms together. And my portion was to create the high school project. And I chose to create the project with an app on the iPad called Book Creator. We'll go into my project folder here, and we'll open up Book Creator. Okay, it's a really neat app. It allows the students to create their own books. It's different than iBooks Author. It's not the same, but it has a lot of the same properties actually. I use this app actually this year when I had my students create stories about absolute monarchs in world history, and they turned out really neat. Let me run through the app a little real quick to show you what the students will be using. Okay, and then I'm going to show you the book that I have up on the screen right now. And this is the book that I created to show the students what they're going to do for the project. So the book that I actually made on there that you'll see here shortly is a book that the students would be given in order to introduce the project to them. Quickly, I'll show you here. To create a new book, you go down here, you click the plus button, you create a new book. You have a bunch of different shapes, styles. You can change background colors, that type of thing. I'm not going to go into too much detail just for time's sake. Let's look at the book. I'll show you the edit form. This is what the platform would be for them to edit their textbooks. You see here we can include pictures, we can include text, you can include sound even. And when you're in this part of the book, it just flips page by page. It doesn't actually turn the page. It does that later on. I'll show you. Then one cool thing, and I'll go over this framework of the project stuff here shortly, but the neat thing about this book is it allows the students to be able to read and record their voice in the book. And so as you can see here, I've done this as a demonstration to the students. We will read this book in class, and during that time you will use the website Edmodo to collaborate with your reading group on the themes of the book. So that's just an example. It's really cool. You do that by going up and hitting the music key up here. You hit start recording. I'm not going to hit it because it'll double record with the two programs that I'm using currently. But and then it inserts the icon down there, and it turns out really neat. So this is what the book looks like when the students are editing it. Now, to go back, there are multiple ways that the students will be able to get this book out there. And our goal would be for them to create the book and then put it on Edmodo. And then once in Edmodo, the middle school students would then be able to access it and see the book. So they could do this two ways. They could email it to themselves and then upload the file. When they email it, they can put it as an iBook or PDF. So if they're sending it to a group of students that has iPads, they could then open it in an iBook, which is really cool. Or they could put it as a PDF on any sort of computer or electronic device. Okay, but for the sake of this course, I'm going to open it up in iBooks and give you guys an idea here of what it looks like. So this is the iBooks. You can see here it's opening up. I've already opened it up a couple of times. So, but this is what it looks like in iBooks. It looks very similar to a book that you would get out of the iBook store. The quality is fantastic. So let me go through the project real fast here. And I'm going to hit on some of the things here that we would be working on. Okay, we're going to try and make it a challenge-based learning activity. Okay, and what they're going to do, what the high school students would do in this is they're going to choose a theme present in the book, and they're going to create then a short story in the app Book Creator, as I just showed you, as a presentation to the middle school students on the advanced themes that they're going to see while they're reading the books. Okay, and so as I flip over to the next page here, okay, and show you the framework of the project, it'd be an in-class activity, and Katie lays out and Matt are going to lay out the kind of Edmodo aspect of this, but they would be, reading the book, they would contributing resources in Edmodo, and they would be in groups, and by the end of the time that they were done reading the book, they would choose a theme. Here are some examples of the themes of the books. They're pretty advanced, some things that middle school students probably wouldn't be able to get a grasp on. And so as a group then, they would choose this theme, and they would come up with examples both from the textbook, or I'm sorry, from the book A Long Way Gone, but then also other real life examples too, because I want to expose these kids to know that this is a problem that is happening not just in Sierra Leone, but also all around the world. So these kids would then choose one of these themes, and they would create the book. Okay, and I told them they could do it either fiction or nonfiction. If they wanted to create a new story that's different, maybe than the one in the book A Long Way Gone, or if they just wanted to highlight the theme that war is hell or something like that. That war is bad. That, and then add their own facts into it. They could. Total choice in this. I really enjoy doing that. I think the kids really like doing that. I created a digital storytelling rubric, which will be on the next slide here. That's just going to cover different things. I used Rubistar, which is a fantastic website for you teachers that like to use rubrics, and that type of thing. And those are just the works cited that I used. So that's my end of the project. I really enjoy project-based learning, challenge-based learning. I think it's fantastic. It's a great way to energize the students, collaboration, communication, all of our 21st century skills that we've been talking about all semester long and throughout the CEDAR program in your courses. So I'm going to end the screencast now and then hit on a couple of things in real time.